Hello and welcome to the GeoAverage channel. Today I'm going to run through a famous places map play along, a challenge, so I'm going to share the link in the description. Please have a go. It's going to be a no move, but there's no time limit on this. I actually recorded this a couple of days ago and I thought I would do a voiceover, put it up on the on YouTube with the link. See how you get on, and we'll jump into the first round. So um, for for this round, I was initially struck by the sort of American architecture, and then luckily I was able to see that sign for Philadelphia on the right hand side. So at this point I'm just trying to get a feel for road names or significant buildings. So I zoomed in on that, the ledger, as well as the road name of Chestnut. I'm assuming that at this point that the ledger is the famous place, and it could be this building on the left. I don't know Philadelphia, not familiar with it at all, so I'm not sure which bit in particular they're looking for, but hopefully there's a couple of landmarks there that will help me find it. So going to the United States, I'm struggling to remember where Philadelphia is to start with. Forgot that it was on the eastern seaboard, and managed to spot it and zoom in. So at this point I'm just trying to have a look for any spaces that might sort of fit with that. There's a bit of green on the left, and I see Chestnut Street there. I managed to actually scroll in on Chestnut Street by going into those green areas. Put a marker down, and then just going to check my orientation. I'm guessing it's the Liberty Bell that's the famous place. Looking at the compass, checking the direction I'm facing. A little bit unsure here, so I'm kind of looking for that ledger, and there it is. I can see it there on the left. That helps me identify exactly which side I am on, and again just checking the distance to the next road and that building. Go back to the map and just slightly adjust my positioning, and end up 5 yards away for a full 5,000 points, which is a good start. So round two, straight away I can see this is Angkor Wat in Cambodia, but my initial thought is, how the bloody hell am I going to identify which part of Angkor Wat this is? I'm not particularly au fait with the different temples, different structures. Again, I'm just getting my position. I can see that I'm just beyond midway between that corner wall and on the south side, and the bit that juts out. So I'm sort of on the southeast of one of them. Again, I go into the map and I cannot remember for the life of me where Angkor Wat is in relation to Phnom Penh. I'm thinking it's further north, but I can't remember. So I'm trying to spot it here, and I'm actually at the wrong zoom level, I think. So I can see Angkor Thom, I think it is, there, but I'm not sure if it's near there. Angkor Chum. Still can't see Angkor Wat. Zoom out again. Zoom in again. This doesn't last much longer, thankfully. I do eventually zoom in enough to see it. And there we go. It pops up finally. And as I say, so there are different parts of Angkor Wat. and I'm not entirely sure where I am. So I'm just having a look at each of the different parts. Put a place marker down just to and I find it difficult as well, I guess, to really pick up on the distance. I still have a bit of a problem with that. I think with the maps, how much of a distance there is between two locations, or depending on the zoom level that you're at. So I'm really not sure. I'm looking for that bit of wall that juts out to see if I can identify that in any of the structures. And these at the moment, I'm thinking that what I've just been looking at doesn't look like there's actually a structure. It's just moated, but there's not an actual structure or wall or anything. So I'm still having a little look around. And again, I need to zoom in enough that there is a wall showing. And here I can see there's a wall, there's a southeast corner. It looks like you've got towers that look like they fit. There's a bit that juts out. So I go for it. And unfortunately, I was a couple of miles away. It just shows how big Angkor Wat is. But I was in the wrong part of it. So I dropped a few points there, unfortunately, but not a bad score still. Here, obviously, it's the Sydney Opera House, and I can see that I'm right sort of directly in front of that left-hand side of the building, let's say. They probably have a name, I don't know what it is. So I plonk down my marker directly in front of it, feels about right. I'm right by the water, I can see that. So just double check that, move it a little bit closer to the water, and lo and behold, they've actually put the marker inside the building. So I managed to drop 3 points there. Furious mouse wiggling. I wasn't particularly happy about that. 3 points dropped through no fault of my own. But 4997, again, not a bad score. And on to round 4. So here I've actually been to this location. I know this is in Prague. So I know to go straight into Prague. I remember seeing this. Well, what I can't remember is, first of all, exactly where in the city it is, where it's located. And then, as you'll see, I also get a bit confused around the castle versus the cathedral. So I'm trying to find it, have a little bit of a move around Prague, bringing back some memories. Beautiful place. And I zoom in. And there we go. So I do finally zoom into the Gothic church rather than cathedral, I should say. But I'm looking at that courtyard and I'm thinking that's not big enough. So it doesn't feel quite right. Go back to the location, have a little look around. I'm trying to see how many towers it has, how big the courtyard is. I can see there's an obelisk there. Don't know whether that's going to be shown. There's a map for the flag for good measure. The Czechia map. Flag, sorry. So I'll go back. Doesn't feel right. One thing I failed to do for some reason, entirely failed to do it on this round, is check the compass. And there's probably some of you looking at this thinking, check the bloody compass, you idiot. I managed to completely forget to do that. I zoom in on the castle and I'm looking at this courtyard. Again, doesn't feel right. For some reason I'm thinking I'm on this side of the building, but I can't see that it fits. And as it turns out, you'll see shortly, what I actually missed is the fact that we were in the south of the building. as you can see from the compass, you can actually see the obelisk is even marked on the map, which I completely missed. So not seeing the wood for the trees. Have a look at the church, doesn't fit either. So I went over to the castle because I thought that it actually was the castle, and it felt like it was a better fit. But when I've gone there, I've missed the compass, I've missed the obelisk sign, and I've completely messed it up. And I've decided to go back to where I was originally, and I plonked myself in that courtyard. And I think because I've already dropped points, and probably exacerbated by the fact that last round where it dropped me points when probably it shouldn't have, I just went for it rather than taking a bit more time over it. 1,700 yards away, just the other side of the river, really, but dropped 60 points as a result. And then we're into round 5, and anyone from the UK, maybe even farther afield, will know this is a pretty easy one. So I'm just getting my orientation here, trying to see exactly which side I'm on. And amazingly, I do the same thing, even though we're in my own country here. I've driven past Glastonbury many times. I can't remember where it is. I know it's on the A303. Where is Stonehenge? I can't see it. I was trying to spot the relation to Glastonbury. It's not near it, but I know from, it's sort of in my mind from memory. I know that it's southeast of Glastonbury. I'm just having a look, zoom in a little bit, having a look over the 303. I know that I'm too far west here, and somehow it suddenly pops up. I'm pretty sure I'd been at that zoom level before, but it pops up there. So I zoom right in, and you can't make it out at all. It's not actually showing. I was kind of expecting the stones to be showing there, given that the sort of landmark it is, and a dropper point there. Whether I'm actually off the mark there, I went straight on the marker just to. I thought that's maybe where they would go, but I dropped another point there and ended up with 24,809. Not a bad score. Please give it a go, see if you can beat it, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like it and subscribe to the channel if you can, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks very much.